So as you can see from the front of this Nissan Almera, it is a pretty good looking car. You do have a very good looking chrome grille with a very nice line pattern. You can't go wrong with your big Nissan badge located right in the middle. This car has a very unique look to it for its class and price range. So you do have a fake grille right over there where it looks like there has to be a spotlight, and then you also do have some more real grills. The bumper on this looks pretty sporty. It looks more like a M Sport bumper from BMW even. So the lights of this car, they are standard halogen lights, so they're not too bright. So let me show you the normal daytime running lights, the park lights, the headlights, the brights, the indicators with the lights, and the indicators without the lights. So as you can see, those lights are pretty good for its class. However, it is not too bright, so you would struggle if you do go on these darker roads on the countryside. You can tell the car if something does go wrong, and yeah, the bonnet on this is pretty short, as you will see when I do review the side of this car. So how powerful is the 1.5 litre engine from Nissan? Is it a good fit for this type of car or for this specific Nissan Almera? That's exactly where we're heading right now, so stay tuned, we're going to read the specs. So as you can see, right when I open up the bonnet on this car, it is held with a little stick, and since this paint is a very dark metallic color, it gets really hot, especially in this hot South African December. So as you can see, the engine of this is pretty tiny, as it is a 1.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol 4-cylinder engine, which produces 97 brake horsepower or 73 kilowatts. This car also produces 134 newton meters of torque. I do think this is quite a nice number for a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is pretty good. This car goes 0 to 100 kilometers in a very impressive 14 seconds, and this car's top speed is 170 kilometers or 105 miles. This car is a front-wheel drive, and this car weighs 1,042 kilograms or 2,297 pounds. So it is quite on the lighter side for a sedan. It is one of the lightest sedans at this class. The main selling point of this car is the fuel economy. However, the Almera, the 1.5 litre, is not as economical compared to competitors like the Toyota Corolla and the VW Polo sedan. It's not as economical as that, as on the city we average about 8 litres per 100 kilometers, and on the highway 6.5. So it is more on the heavier side compared to its competitors. This car can only tow a maximum of 750 kilograms, and this car comes in two types of transmissions, a 5-speed manual and a CVT. However, if you are in the Asian market, you do get a 4-speed manual, a 4-speed automatic in replacement of the CVT. The carbon output of this car is a pretty impressive 149 grams a kilometer, and finally this car retails at $13,005 in America, 221,000 rand in South Africa, and in Europe 12,173 euros. So is this car worth buying in 2022, nearly 1 year after production, as this is a 2021? Wait until the further part of your second see this car really is worth your hard-earned money. So as you can see from the back of this car, it looks actually pretty unique. It's a very unique design. The entire body lines just flow like that with the headlights. It's a very unique design. It may not appeal for many people. However, the good parts of this car is that it does have rear parking sensors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go over the lights of this car. This car has standard lights just like the front. So let me show you the normal daytime running lights, the tail lights, the brake lights with the lights, the indicators with the lights, the indicators without the lights, the brake lights without the lights, the reverse lights, and finally the fog lights. So as you can see, those lights don't look too bad at all. They are pretty good for what they are. Other drivers can see you. So you do have a heated smash and grab rear windscreen right over there, so it is also a pretty nice thing. You also have a hidden exhaust and a nice plastic thing over here. What I don't like about this car is that you cannot open the boots from the outside. You can only open the boots either from the inside or through the key, which I have right over here. So let's open this 490 litre boot. As you can see, it pops right up. So as you can see, you do have quite a lot of storage. It is 490 litres we're talking about. The only storage is by the spare wheel. That's pretty much it. You don't have any nettings or any like what is this, you know, car like cupboards, anything like that, where you shelves where you can't put anything in there like some of its competitors. However, you do have a spare wheel spanner, jack, and all those goodies. The carpet quality at the back of you is absolutely terrible. Yeah, it is quite terrible. So is the interior as terrible as the carpet quality at the back? That's exactly where we're heading right now. So this is the interior of this Nissan Almera, and as you can see, it is a pretty unique interior, or should I say it is a pretty basic interior. So let's begin with the center console of this car. As you can see, you do have your two AC vents with your hazard switch right in the middle. You also do have your nice little radio, which I will go over just now. And then you also do have your air conditioning. It's fully manually operated. So let's begin with the air conditioning. So as you can see, you do have 4 fan speed modes. Then you also do have manually operated air circulation, and then you also do have for your temperature, which is regulated with the blue and red strip. You have your rear windshield defroster, your AC, and then you also do have where you want the air to circulate, from the inside or the outside. It's also manually operated. So it is pretty basic. It's pretty standard for cars at this price range. So now let's begin with the radio. So as you can see, you do have your radio, which does have your FM and AM, as you may see. When you go to media, it does have your aux, Bluetooth, your USB, and your CD. So this car is pretty loaded. You can also make phone calls from it. So yeah, it is pretty good. It's pretty standard for 2021 car. This is the other part of the center console. As you can see, you do have 2 cup holders, your 5-speed manual gearbox, and you also do have your handbrake, some storage, a cigarette lighter, and an armrest. This isn't an armrest. This is actually the it's like a radiator for the rear air conditioning. It's very unique. I've never seen something like that before. I will show you when I do go on the back of the car. So now this is the driver's side, and as you may see, it is quite a unique looking dials. It's all lit up and stuff. I'll show you. So as you can see, you have a tachometer and a speedometer, and then in the little digital display, it does display your fuel gauge and your temperature gauge, and then it also does display your distance to end, your average fuel economy, and yeah, it also does have your odometer, trip A and trip B. So as you can see, it also does display your time, so it is quite nice. This is the steering wheel. It's a pretty standard steering wheel. It's pretty grippy, it's pretty thin. You do have buttons on it. So on the left hand side, it's all for the radio. However, on the right hand side, it is blank. So now these are the stalks of this car. On the left hand side, you do have for your indicators and for your lights. And on the right hand side, you do have for your wipers. So it is very, very standard. Now this is the other part of the driver's side, and as you can see, you do have an AC vent, electric mirrors. You can move the lights up and down, and further down we go, we do have our fuel tank latch and also our bonnet latch. So as you can see, it's a very normal Nissan. Now this is the door panel. As you can see, you do have your handle, full electric windows, electric mirrors, central locking, and then you also do have your speaker, cup holder, and some storage. The entire thing is lined in plastic. Now this is the passenger side. As you can see, you do have an AC vent. You also do have some storage, aux jack and USB ports, and you also do have your cubby hole. Inside the cubby hole is nothing much. It's just a cubby hole, and it is in plastic. So talking about the seats of this car does have fully vinyl seats. They have a nice little pattern to it, as you can see. They're also fully manually operated. So yeah, when I say manually operated, I mean they can go forwards and backwards, as you can see. They can recline forwards and backwards, and they can go up and down. So yeah, it is pretty standard. So then up here you do have a light and a microphone with your day and night mirror, and then the sun visor of this car, both the driver and passenger does have mirrors. However, the driver is the only person without a handle. All the other passengers do have handles. So talking about the quality of this car, you do have a plastic dashboard, plastic here. Everywhere is plastic except for the seats and the steering wheel and the headliner. The rest is plastic. I'm serious. So is the back of this car as good as the front of the car? Let's find out. So as you can see, a very big pro of this car is the legroom at the back over here. The seat is fully reclined to my position that I would normally sit in, and me, I am seated perfectly. I have enough legroom, so this is very good for carrying passengers, aka Uber. So let's begin with the center console. As you can see, you do have a very unique looking AC. You can control it. It's its own separate thing, so it doesn't blow any cold air. It only blows hot air. However, it blows the air from the inside of the car. So if the car is cold, then you can blow some cool air. So you do have an armrest, which is pretty nice, with 2 cup holders. And yeah, these are the back of the seats. Only the passenger does come with a sleeve. The driver's side does not have any sleeve. Now this is the door panel of this car, and as you can see, you do have a chrome handle, electric windows, a speaker, and some storage by the handle. So it is pretty basic. It is lined in plastic, just like the front. So then you do have a light up here. It can go on, it goes on with the door and all of those things. It's exactly the same as the front. And then both the rear passengers do have rear handles, so you don't have a coat hanger. So this is the carpet quality of this car. It is pretty atrocious, I will be straight up. So yeah, the seats at the back here is pretty good too. They are the same as the front. And yeah, I'll put up on the screen how many airbags this car has. From my view, it looks like it has 2. It is 2. So I'm going to move on to the side of this car, and let's really see, with the side, justify everything I've said about this car. That's exactly where we're heading right now. So this is the side of this Nissan Almera, and as you can see, it is a pretty unique looking car, especially with these chrome handles that it does have. So let's begin with the brakes and tires. This car does have 15-inch alloy mags with drums at the back and discs at the front. So it is pretty standard for cars at this class and price range. Your indicators are located on the side, so it does give this car a more classic look. And you also do have your tinted smash and grab windows right over there. You also do have your antenna, so you can listen to the radio, and you also do have color coded mirrors. So this car is pretty good for its class. I mean, look at it. It is such a unique looking car. It's not the best looking car out there, but all I can say is that it is a unique looking car. Which leads to my opinion. I do think this is a great car for Uber, and also if you want to daily drive it. However, I do find that the Toyota Corolla is a much more better pick compared to this car, as the Toyota Corolla does have more features. It is better looking, and also if you are wanting to Uber or Bolt, the Toyota Corolla is a more worth it car overall. However, this car isn't very bad. It does have its own little unique and quirky touches, like the rear air conditioning. However, if you do, I have reviewed multiple Toyota Corollas, so please can you go check them out if you are looking for this type of car. So you can do your mindset, so you can really see the differences between the cars. So I will put the Young Car Wiz scores on the screen so you can see the scores that I gave this car. So as you can see, this car scores a total of 26 out of 50 for the daily scores and 20 out of 50 for the weekend scores, which give this car a grand total of 46 out of 100, which is actually not too bad at all for this car, considering its price range and class. So finally, if you have stayed to this far of the video, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the subscribe button, like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upcoming video like this. So please, can you stay tuned to the next video? There's many exciting new videos coming up from all sorts of cars, from BMs to Toyotas to Mercs to VWs to all sorts of cars. I just need to edit all those videos, so please stay tuned and have an awesome day and a happy New Year's. So have a great day as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Coming up next on Young Car Wiz, I will be doing an unbiased review on this 2022 Nissan NP200, so please stay tuned.